Hi, Cancer. Enchantress here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of astrology. I'd like to thank you for being here with me today, lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable. And in return, I will be sharing valuable information with you that will help you to navigate your month and its upcoming challenges. If you'd like to learn more about Enchantress the author, please hit the down bar. All of my links are there, as well as the links for the healing chakra beads and the sun catchers. Now, let's get into why. Oh, don't forget to help me grow by liking the video and subscribing to the channel, please. Now, let's get into why we're here to help you. Cancer, we are going over Gemini season, actually June in its entirety. So it does involve some of Cancer season as well. So happy birthday, Cancer. Now, Gemini season is here from May 21st through June 20th. The mutable air sign of Gemini is ruled by Mercury, making Gemini all about networking and communication. This fun, curious sign loves to mingle, and with Mercury at its helm, they're naturals when it comes to learning new skills and or connecting with those that can assist them in opening these channels. Okay? This month, you're prompted to take a page out of Gemini. We all are. Listen, learn, explore, network. In order to expand your business this month, you're required to poke your head out of your shell, even if you remain in quarantine a bit. Using the World Wide Web is going to be the best way to allow you to reach far and wide from the comforts of your own home. It's time to find the connect. Catch my drift? Now, let's look within and check out where some of the major planets will be transiting, okay? And then after that, we'll get into your individual astrology. Okay, so we're going to start with Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus. We know that Taurus reigns over money, values, and resources, okay? Uranus is going to be semi-sextile Chiron at 9 degrees of Taurus on June the 10th. This could bring a sudden or unexpected opportunity to recover from a financial loss. Maybe even a chance to heal a broken relationship with a family member or significant other. Some could find themselves the receiver of an enticing proposition that you know could ruin a relationship with a spouse or lover or relative. Okay, so be mindful of that. Know the decisions you're making. The sun is in Gemini at the start of June, keeping your focus on learning new avenues of creating success. Gemini is prompting you to be fun and sharp-witted with your business endeavors. Then it'll enter Cancer at 0 degrees on June 20th, where it is debilitated. Okay, this is a time you may prefer to stay at home, nurturing those around. Oh, no. Hold on. We're talking about the sun. I apologize. It's debilitated in when Cancer is in Mercury, when Mercury is in Cancer. We're talking about the sun now. So when the sun is in Cancer, it's a time where you may prefer to stay at home, nurturing those around you. You could slack off as to your professional goals, preferring to enjoy things around your abode that bring you contentment. Your home environment will be a focus when the sun is in Cancer. Now, moving along to Mercury, the planet of communication, skills, intelligence. It goes retrograde on June 18th in the sign of Cancer at 14 degrees, where it is debilitated because it's used to Gemini and Virgo, okay? It's used to that more informative energy, okay? As opposed to the more intuitive energy. Be discerning as to whom you spark dealings with during this time, business or otherwise. You may find yourself in the midst of underhanded, lazy characters who mean to misuse your talents. People who only make it to high places through little efforts of their own. In other words, look out for the charlatan this month, okay? The retrograde lasts until July the 12th. So you're revising, rehashing, reviewing, and going back over things from the past as well. So you'll be in contact with people from the past, okay? Now, Venus, planet of romance, finances, abundance, pleasure, it remains retrograde in Gemini right now, okay? The way you go about putting these things into action is in question. Some will get a second chance to deal with the same issue. Will you handle it as you did in the past? If so, did you even receive your desired result? Because if not, this is the time where you can shift the outcome, okay? I don't recommend making any big changes in finances unless it's, of course, scaling back during Venus retrograde. I also ward against making any drastic changes in your appearance during Venus retrograde. You just might not have a taste for it once the planet goes direct. Now, Venus goes direct in Gemini on June 25th. This is a position of wealth, success, fame, and intelligence. All areas are free to progress for a steadfast abundance. And I'm reading the newsletter, and I put down here, it goes direct until June 25th. And that should be on June 25th. Okay, it goes direct on June 25th. Okay, so now Neptune, the planet of fantasy, inspiration, dreams, even illusions, goes retrograde on June 23rd. This transit will, of course, affect Pisces the most. It could put you in a lazy mood, bossy, sharp-tongued, especially with Mars being there as well in Neptune. Okay, so try not to get yourself fall in a trap or block your blessings because of your mouth. Okay, especially those on the internet, typing things on the internet derogatory. You got to watch it, okay? Because people are getting in trouble, losing their jobs and things like that. You want to be careful of that. Now, Mars, the planet of energy, challenges. It enters Aries at 0 degree, where it is exalted. It's ruled. It rules Aries, okay? On June 27th. This is a powerful time for Aries and Scorpio, but it is well for the collective because all of our competitive drive will be back. Our ability to overcome hardships is heightened. Now, this will also incite more protests because people will have the courage to fight for their rights. Your libido might be in overdrive, so don't allow yourself to be seduced by a snake in the grass. You could stand to lose everything, okay? Be mindful of these things, guys. Now, Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, it is quintile Chiron at 8 degrees of Aries on June 1st, the first day of the month. This could bring success in a health regimen. A chronic ailment that normally bothers you can subside during this transit. By the way, a quintile is when two planets are 72 degrees apart, forming a harmonious aspect. So it's a good thing. Now, Jupiter is conjunct Pluto at 24 degrees in Capricorn on June the 30th. This conjunction is favorable for making great strides in literature and education. However, you must be willing to learn, to study, to try new things. Word of advice, your wit is sharp. Just be sure that your tongue doesn't match, okay? Capricorns can be very direct, and that's the energy we're going to be under. So it'll be retrograde in Capricorn until September 23rd. Saturn is in retrograde in Aquarius until September 29th. As you know, Saturn is a planet of restrictions, responsibility, even karma, good or bad. Your actions help determine how your karma plays out. In this position, there's a danger of short-lived romances fouling up one's karma. So you want to be mindful, as I said, of those relationships that you find yourself enticed with or falling into. Success can be achieved, but one must abide by principles, okay? Especially where Saturn is concerned. Pluto, the planet of rebirth, renewal, resources, is retrograde until October 4th. This is a time of transformation for the collective. Be gentle with yourselves. In the coming months, our faiths will be tested. Do not allow fear to bind you mentally. Do not be easily deceived. Do your homework before believing media or social propaganda, as it will be shoved into our faces from all directions. We as a collective are vulnerable right now. We're at a vulnerable point in our lives. We as individuals must do our part by keeping our hopes up and maintaining our mental health, as well as doing what we can to be a part of the solution as opposed to perpetuating the problem. The silver lining is that Pluto, being conjunct Jupiter, does help us to keep our eyes on the prize while facing the shifts in the upcoming shifts in our business and personal lives. I implore you, keep a kind heart, Cancer, in everyone. The world needs compassion, as does the entire human race. Now, the full moon on June the 5th is in the mutable fire sign of Sagittarius at 15 degrees. This will be a lunar eclipse at the South Node. The South Node is your karma, your past life experiences. You've been there, done that. It's a time to learn more and move on from there. A reevaluation of beliefs is upon us, okay? A full moon brings things to a culmination. This moon is squared by Neptune in Pisces. Mars is there as well. Neptune and Mars is in Pisces. It's a lunar eclipse, so it's opposing the sun. Now, the new moon on June 21st, 2020 is in the cardinal water sign of Cancer at 0 degrees. There will be a partial solar eclipse at the North Node. The North Node is where you're trying to go in life without being corrupted by the money and the power obtained as you get closer to it. The new moon brings new opportunities and a fresh start. This is a solar eclipse where the moon is blocking the sun, okay? So now let's get into your individual astrology, Cancer, and find out how these transits are going to affect you personally. Now, Cancer ranges from June 21st through July 22nd. On June the 1st, okay, Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, is quintile Chiron in Aries, impacting your area of career. This could either bring a reopening of a wound in your career sector or the opportunity to overcome a sore spot. The month begins with the Sun and Mercury in the planet, the planet of communication, skills, sales, intellect, in the sign of Gemini. It puts the spotlight on your sector of secrets and solitude and privacy. Let's just hope there's no one digging into your business, unless, of course, you've applied for some sort of financial assistance or a car, or, you need a loan or something like that. Okay. Now, the full moon in Sagittarius on June the 5th squares Mars, the planet of energy and challenges, along with Neptune, the planet of illusions, inspiration, and dreams, that's there in Pisces. Okay. This affects your area of work and health, as well as your sector of education and travel. Okay. You could be facing challenges with travel, maybe even challenges with getting to work, traveling to work. Maybe in order to get your dreams up and running, you'll need a vehicle, or you need to travel to where you need to go to create that new avenue of abundance for you. So your sign does trine Pisces, so it does give you a saving grace there. Trines bring blessings, okay? Now, once the Sun and Mercury move into Cancer, that would be on the June 20th, the Sun moves there and Mercury moves there and goes retrograde on the 18th, June 18th. They go into Cancer. That's focused on you. You're the spotlight. You're on everyone's list, okay? Because Mercury is retrograde, the communication could be coming from your past, okay? Or involving your past. The new moon in Cancer on June 21st brings a new opportunity to move towards your destiny. You're working on forging ahead, Cancer, okay? This is a solar eclipse in your sign. The Neptune retrograde in Pisces on June 23rd is aspecting your sector of travel and education. So that's good news for you because it trines your sign and it's bringing you a blessing. Maybe you get that ride to work, okay? Maybe you get that car you've been wanting, okay? Or that travel you've been expecting. Maybe you get a ride, Venus going direct in your 12th house of secrets and privacy on June 25th is a time when you can get over old hangups and your relationships can move forward, okay? We also have Mars going back into, Mars moving into Aries, your sector of career. You're ready to tackle challenges and forge ahead in career, especially on June 27th, okay? Now, last but not least, the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction on June 30th will be impacting your 7th house of relationships and partnerships, okay? Now, this brings a powerful transformation in relationships, business or otherwise. Saturn remains in Aquarius, so you're still in the midst of learning lessons where shared finances are concerned, okay? So let's keep working on that. Remember that the retrograde lasts until July 21st of Mercury, the Mercury retrograde. That's starting on the 18th. In your sign, it lasts until July 12th. So communication is going to be about revising, rehashing, reviewing, and going back over things past, okay? It's not a time to launch. It's a time to work on things, okay? So stay safe, Cancer, and God bless you, Cancer.